My name's Anna and I'm a third year historian at Durham University. So I'm going to talk about why I picked to study at Durham. The first reason is that Durham has a collegiate system. So you're in first year, you live in your college, and I was at Josephine Butler College and there are about 450 freshers. So it's nice that you have that community and you do sports and societies within your college, so there's a real community feel about it. Another reason why I picked Durham was because of Durham town itself. It's really pretty, has a lovely cathedral, and it's not too big, which I really liked. It wasn't overwhelming, but there's still plenty of things to do in the town itself. I'd also heard people who went there who said that it was a good uni to go to. And another reason, when I was looking at the history course, I saw they had a range of history modules, which I really liked because I wanted to kind of not restrict myself to one period of history. I'm now going to talk about what I like about the history degree course itself. And as I just said, Durham offers a huge range of history modules to study both chronologically and geographically. So in my time at Durham, I've studied Vikings, the princely courts of medieval Europe, gender, sexuality and age in early modern England, and memory and conflict, which was dealing with conflicts in the 20th century. So it was really nice to get a really broad view of history, but then learning quite in-depth things as well about each topic. This also means that you can understand which subjects interest you most. So before coming to Durham, I was quite adamant I liked modern history the most, but after studying here, I realised there's so much more history out there, and I've ended up doing an early modern dissertation. Another thing I really liked about the Durham history course is the development of source analysis skills. So you have specific modules which are targeted at source analysis of a particular area, and gradually over the years you learn more in depth about source analysis. Also, you work with a huge range of different historical sources. So in my second year, I looked at Soviet cinema in one of my modules. Another thing I like about history at Durham is the tutors. They're really good at stimulating discussion in seminars. So when there's a group of 12 or so of you talking about your reading for the week, and they're really interested in their topics, and they can convey that interest to you, which is really nice. Another thing I like about history at Durham is the development over the 3 years. So you are building up to write a dissertation, which is 12,000 words on a topic of your choice. So over the years, you get increased independence in picking your essay questions in the making history strand in first year and the conversation strand in second year. So it's helping you to build up to that independent research project. And that's also links to another thing I like about the degree course, is that you develop independent thought throughout your time at Durham. So this is really different to A-levels and GCSEs, whereas where I found I was in my essays, I was just kind of reading off all the information that I knew and just kind of saying this happened on one hand, this happened on the other. Whereas here, you're not simply agreeing or disagreeing with historians, you're engaging in historical debate and creating your own argument and what you think about them, and presenting something that might not have been said previously. So it's really, you're feeling like you're really engaging with historical debate and sources. I'm now going to talk about how I find studying at Durham. With the history course, there's a lot of independence because there aren't that many contact hours. So you have a couple of lectures and seminars a week. So you're quite responsible for your own work. So you have to be quite diligent in getting your work done. And a lot of this work is reading, which you get to be quite good at over the course of the degree. You learn how to scan read and also how to take effective notes, which actually is a really useful skill. And you just get set a lot of reading, which helps you to get an understanding of both the historical debate and what's happened within the module that you're studying. Although you're not completely on your own though, history tutors are so helpful. If you go to them in their office hours, they'll help you with your essay, or if there's something that you don't understand about the topic, they'll talk things through with you, which is really, really helpful. And you have seminar discussion, which you can kind of bring up questions and stuff. So I'm going to talk about my extracurricular activities at Durham. So Durham is really good because there's so many sports and societies and committees that you can get involved with, and you can get involved with these at both a college level and a university level. So college level is slightly, well, in regards to sport, it's at a lower level than university sport, which means that you can get involved in lots of different sports, try things that you haven't done before. So I last year tried squash and rugby for college, and I kept up with the squash, which is really nice, and you get to meet new people through all these new like societies. And this year I also joined the women's football team. So you can join societies throughout your years at Durham, and you don't have to join everything in the first year. I also forgot to say, when you're playing in these college teams, you can play against teams from other colleges in league matches and like floodlit matches as well. But you can also just play for fun. So yeah. Throughout uni, I've done cheerleading for the uni, and we've competed at national competitions. We won one last year, which was really good, and it's a really nice way to meet people from other colleges, other years. Also in my first year, I joined the Palatinate Orchestra, which was a really, really nice experience. You get to play in really cool venues like Durham Cathedral and the Durham Town Hall. So that was really nice. And also in Durham, you can get involved with DUC, which is the Durham University Charities Committee. And with them, I went on an expedition to Peru for 6 weeks last summer. And we volunteered at a school and in an animal sanctuary. And that was an absolutely amazing experience, which I would really, really recommend. So to kind of round up, I've really enjoyed my time at Durham. I can't imagine going anywhere else. I've met so many nice people. And the nice thing about Durham is that when you're walking around town or in the library or something, you kind of, a lot of the time, bump into someone that you know, because it's like a nice small like community feel, which I really, really like. And yeah, I've really enjoyed the history course. It's really demanding. It really, really pushes you intellectually. But it's been like such an interesting 3 years. I've learned so much over a really wide variety of areas, and I would really recommend it.